In a village called Ubo, there lived a woman and her husband. The woman's name was Adama. She lived with her husband Anamali and three daughters in a three-roomed hut. Her children were all female children, and in the society, if you had only female children, all your properties, that is, the ones belonging to the husband, would be inherited by the next in line to the man. Only men children were expected to inherit the family properties in the village because they believed that when a woman married, she left the family to join another, and so she must not carry the family's wealth away, which was supposed to remain within the family. So, with that happening, Adama having three daughters was not comforting. She had three daughters and no son. There was no happiness in the home, and so she started going from one shrine to the other, from one river to the other, and from one native doctor to the other, seeking for a male child. People will tell her, "Come, let us take you to this place." She will follow them. Different places they were just going, doing sacrifices, and everything she could to make sure that the next child that came along was a male child. Her husband was always telling her, "We don't have a male child. How are we going to do? All these properties we are now having, they will now go to my younger brother's children." And her husband, Anamali, was the first son of the family. So that worriness made her to be going from one place to the other. So after about some few years, she became pregnant again for the fourth child and gave birth to a baby boy. Wow, it was so much joyful in the family. Happiness and joy knew no bound in the household, with much congratulations coming from the extended families and friends. There was so much happiness. The family became a complete one. So when the baby was growing, if you look at the child, the man was always happy that, thank God, thank the Creator that he has now gotten a child. You know? So when the baby was 8 months old, they expected it to start crawling at least. The baby was able to sit. But no way, the baby could only sit, but no additional development was forthcoming. If you look at the baby, you will not like to take away your face from his. He was so handsome, with sexy eyes and wonderful lips. The baby was unique on his own. When the baby got to 2 years, there was still no crawling, standing, or talking. Saliva would be gushing out of his mouth, dripping down from his lips, and saliva that was, like something drawing would be coming out. The mother would be wiping the mouth, wiping the mouth, wiping the mouth. And this made everyone to worry. People will say, how can this handsome child stay and not develop? Just sitting down looking at you with sexy eyes. And when you are looking at this child, you'll be wondering what a lovely child. Well developed, healthy looking, fresh. You look at the body, fresh, but no additional development. His father doted on him so much. One day, Adama and her husband decided to go to the native doctor's place to find out what was actually happening to the child, if there was anything they could do to help the child. When they got to the native doctor's place, he told them why they had come. The native doctor told them to go back home, and that on a day, they should prepare what is called ebob. Ebob is yam that is mashed and mixed with red oil. It's red oil pan. So when he told them that, he said after mixing it, they should put it near the child. As they put it near the child, they should go out of the room and close the door. Find a place to hide. And then from that hiding place, they'll be watching the child. So when he was through, they thanked him and went back home. On the said Eke day, which was the village market day, they did as the native doctor had instructed them to do. Adama prepared yam, mashed it, and mixed some red oil palm on it and mixed it together. And Amali then took it and put it near the child. And the husband and wife shut the door and went out of the room. So when they had gone, they went to the window and stood hiding and watching the child. It was not long. The baby, on seeing that there was no one in the room and it was all alone, changed into a big boa snake. Changed into a big boa snake and started eating the apple. Adama was shaking with fright. Her husband was shocked too. They started they were shaking. What? Exclaimed her husband. A boa snake in a human body? Quickly, he went into the house through the back door and got hold of his local gun. He moved and went back to the window. Few neighbors had come to join them there to find out what was happening. How can this husband and wife be standing at the window? What are they looking at? They came, and what made their eyes was frightening. And normally raised the gun. I silently pointed it at the snake. It had almost finished eating the bubu. It stretched itself and was about to start eating the remaining one when I normally released the shot and it pierced the snake. It died slowly. He waited a little to be sure it was completely dead before Namali opened the door, and the wailing Adama and the onlooking neighbors followed him into the house. The snake had changed halfway back into the child form before it finally died. The half snake and human body was buried, and from that day, Adama and her husband vowed never to go about looking for a mate child again. They were satisfied and happy with the daughters the Creator had given them, and they lived their lives in peace without any problem. That is why they say material things will one day go. Whoever takes it is not your business. Live a just life, make yourself happy, and do good as much as you can. That is what the world used to remember you. That is the end of the story. Thanks.